TEGALSARI Mosque. TEGALSARI Mosque is one of the oldest mosques in Indonesia, which was founded around the 18th century. This mosque is located in TEGALSARI village, Cetis district, Ponorogo Regency. This mosque is a legacy of Kyai Ageng Hasan Besari, a great scholar who lived around 1742 during the reign of Pakubuwono II. Inside the mosque are stored books that are between 150 up to 170 years old. Written by Ronggo Warsito. This mosque complex is now a religious tourism destination in Ponorogo Regency. TEGALSARI Mosque was the largest Islamic religious broadcasting center in the Ponorogo Regency at the time. In the mosque, the TEGALSARI Islamic boarding school was also established, which was very famous and held thousands of students from all over Java and its surroundings. Among his well-known students was Raden Ngabehi, Ronggo Warsito, a famous Javanese poet, and a figure of the national movement, Mr. Cokro Aminoto. This mosque was once visited by the former President of the Republic Indonesia, Mr. Suharto, and Kyai Haj Abdurrahman Wahid. The TEGALSARI Mosque was completely restored and inaugurated by the second President of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Suharto, on March 2nd, 1978. His story. TEGALSARI Mosque is part of a cultural heritage in Ponorogo Regency. It is a legacy of Kyai Ageng Muhammad Besari or Kyai Ageng Hasan Besari around 1760. He was a scholar who is said to be the 11th descendant of Prophet Muhammad SAW. Many Kyai have grown and developed from this descendant both at home and abroad. At first, the size of the mosque was still relatively small. The mosque building was expanded again by the grandson of Kyai Ageng Hasan Besari, namely Kyai Kasan Besari, to accommodate a larger number of worshippers. This cleric who succeeded in Islamizing the people of Ponorogo to the slopes of the Mount Lau. According to stories from the local community, the construction of this mosque was done with a few problems. That said, poles made of teak cannot stand upright. With the power of Kyai Kasan Besari, the wood was slapped. Strangely, suddenly the wood stood up, which eventually became the main pillar of the TEGALSARI Mosque. Apparently, the problems never ended. One of the pillars of the mosque, which is in the corner, cannot be plugged into the other pillars. The reason is the pole is not sharp enough. Again, with the power of Kyai Kasan Besari, messaging the wood until the end of the pole becomes sharp. As a result, the pole can be attached again to the main pole without using any nails. Architecture. The TEGALSARI Mosque complex consists of three parts, namely Dalam Gede. It is a small kingdom that was once the center of government, and the second is mosque, and the third is the grave complex of Kyai Ageng Hasan Besari unique heritage at TEGALSARI Mosque. Some of the uniqueness of Jami Kiai Muhammad Besari Mosque. Among others, the mosque dome, which is made of clay. A clay is a type of pottery which is still maintained its authenticity until now. This tomb, according to the story in the Dutch era, was shot many times but was not damaged at all. There are also oversized umbrellas, batu tangga, a relic of the Majapahit kingdom measuring 1 multiply 0.6 meters, and the Dalam Jero meeting room, which is the resting place for Kiai Ageng Muhammad Besari, which is across the road. Dalam Jero is currently being used by the TEGALSARI Foundation as a place for routine meetings of the foundation's activities.